Live at TFNN, The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, the author of Mastering Probability, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning from TFNN. Welcome to the November 26th wonderful Wednesday edition of today's opening bell on the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Perseverance Rhodes. And although I've been tarred and feathered many times in my life, I decided long ago to turn those feathers into wings. Yes, wings of an eagle. You see, folks, through weakness, we find strength. And within every set of circumstances in life, we can learn to be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. So let's always remember that life happens for us, not to us. Yes, life happens for us. When we live by this principle, we can find the gift in every single set of circumstances. Because circumstance, folks, it's like the wind. Learn to plant a good sail and enjoy the ride. Hey, let's make sure that you and I, that we do everything to have a great Thanksgiving. And let's look at each person, each single person that we come in contact with between now and Monday. Try this with me. Every person you come in contact with between now and Monday, identify at least one thing that they do or one thing that we could appreciate in them. And then tell them privately what it is that you appreciate. You see, we can all be generous. We can all be generous with appreciation. It has an extraordinary side benefit. It's a side benefit that will improve every single relationship. In fact, you know, folks, it may bring new courage to someone facing difficult times. You never know what people are going through. So why not encourage them? Because it'll definitely bring out the best in every soul. Try that with me. You're going to be amazed at the results. So let's give the gift of appreciation and be generous. And I mean, be as generous as you humanly possibly can. This is Wonderful Wednesday. Of course, it's our Happy Thanksgiving edition of the opening bell. This is TFNN. I'm Steve Rhodes, and welcome to the show. I'm grateful for your presence here today, and I'm happy to serve you. So go ahead, pick up that phone, dial us at 877-927-6648, or internationally at 727-445-1044. Would love to hear from you. Right now, we've got the Dow futures. They're trading up about, they're down actually 9 points. Is that possible? And wait a minute. Let me shake, rattle, and roll my computer screen here. Yeah, Dow futures, they're off just about 10 points. Trade out at 17,797. S&P futures off a point, trade at 2,066. NASDAQ up a point, trade at 42.93. Russell off just a bit. King dollar back about 137 ticks, trading out at 87.82. We take a look at the Goldilocks. She's down 80 cents, trade at 11.9630. Silver is off. Silver's flat. It's not off anything. Light sweet crude back 53 cents as we speak. Trade out of 73.57. They had a kind of a pretty decent party over in Asia last night. Well, except the Nikkei. Nikkei was off 24 points. That's just a blip on the radar screen. The Hang Seng up 1%. Up 268 points. The Shanghai up 38 points. That was up 1.5%. Over in Europe this morning, the DAX is up 23 points. The FTSE is down 2. No big deal out there. Okay, so now what do? We got a lightened trading session for sure. And for those of you that are traveling, which is going to be quite a few folks out there, right? This is the busiest travel day of the year. Looks like things could be a bit snarled with all that rain and snow and cold weather going through at least the eastern seaboard of the United States. So if you are traveling, just, hey, like I said, everyone I'll tell you what, everyone you come in contact with, just say thank you. If you're in the airport, say thank you to 50 people, 50 random people. Ooh, if you want to see you want to see how things can change in life out there. In fact, grab a few, if you're traveling, folks, just simply grab a couple of people, kind of get in this little, a little shell, create a little circle or what have you, and just say thank you to everybody that's walking by. It's a amazing way to begin your Thanksgiving out here. Hey, in the pre-markets, let's see what we've got moving out here in the pre-markets. Ctrip.com That's closed at 58.46. She's trading down hard, trading out at about $52 right now. Let's go see what this is going to trade into. So, the futures are basically flat out there. There's nothing that's really changed in the picture out here as we speak right now. It's going to be a light trading session. It's going to probably be a narrow-banded trading range out there. Doubtful that anything will get out of control out here. So, now Friday could be a different story. Sometimes when the market is, when you're sleeping out there, when people are focused on something else, the market can set up some pretty decent trades out there. But today, the expectation ought to be that not too much will happen. Now, the case of C-Trip, that's a little different story. It's got a swing point low out here. The low is 49.61, 52.97 is the high. That's October the 14th. As I said, 49.61. Right now, it's trading out at about $52. So it's trading into that swing point. If it does take that out, it'll set up an A to B equals CD to the downside. Don't know that it will, but if it does, I can tell you what that price projection would be. Your 1-to-1 A to B equals CD would give you a price point of about... let's see here, pull this back just a tad. Would give you a price point of about 40.37. Let me pull this back, see if we've got anything else. Now, we do have some things down here. We've got this high volume breakout. So here's where C-Trip wants to trade to. You had volume, a wide price spread, accelerated volume, February 13th, 2014, 23 million shares to the upside. The low is 38.81. The high is 47.63. It looks to me like that's what C-Trip would like to do. It's got to break that swing point first, but if it does, there's where, and depending on volume, there's where your next potential buy setup could be. I don't see any high volume weekly highs at swings or anything along those lines out there, but if you were looking for a C-Trip, that would likely be your buy point. Also trading to the downside here this morning, we got 21 ViaNet group out here. They looks like their revenues jumped 51%, but they're trading lower here this morning. They closed at 20.76, trading out at 18.07 in the pre-market. And, of course, it's got this high volume bar down at, that's ugly, 14.23. The high is 25.84. That's a pretty wide-ranging bar out there. Maybe this goes and takes a visit of that low. All right, let's go back to let's go to take a look at the futures market. This very slow future. Let's do this here. Let me put this up on my screen. If you're watching us on TigerTV, and I hope that you are because you get to see our new HD out here, and I mean, really, you can see, here, obviously I've got some colorful charts up on my screen out here, but you can read all of the numbers, which is pretty amazing. You can do that on your mobile device. Yeah, your little mobile device or your pad out there. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com. Check it out. Upper right-hand side, first on the entire homepage, you can see the show streaming live, but you can just really put the app on your phone, take us with you all the time. You can give us a call. We're the live Siri out there. Where else can you get a live Siri? Get instant information on what it is that you're looking at out there. That is a beautiful thing, as Tom likes to say. Now, I've got a 5-minute chart, a 120-minute chart, a 300-minute chart for the S&P futures on my screen. Let's put the 5-minute chart up here on my screen. Now, these horizontal lines going across my screen out here, these are the horizontal trading range boundary lines out here. What does that mean? That means that price has basically been traveling within the 2065 to 2072 area. I wouldn't be surprised. This is again, 5-minute chart out here. 5-minute chart is what we're looking at. But I would say that that's a pretty decent area, pretty decent trading range out here. If, in fact, you see it close below 2065, and that's possible, then you're looking at support maybe down around the 2059 level. But I'm telling you, price has been hugging this 2065. It's found resistance at the 2072. These are the horizontal trading ranges for a 5-minute chart out here. And, of course, if you're just tuning in on the bottom of my screen out here, I've got this new little dashboard indicator that I am testing out here. I've got the 3 different time frames. That's on this specific chart here. 3 different time frames for 3 different stochastics out here and 2 MACD levels out here. So the colors have some meaning with regard to bullish, bearish, intermediate changes in trend, as well as the candles out here. They are color coordinated with whether things are in a bullish to very bearish, and I've got basically 6 modes out here. Now, if I take a look at the 120-minute chart, we're just really looking at this because I've got the horizontal trading ranges out here. 2052 is going to be our support level on the 120-minute time frame. So I'd say that any break of 2065, then you're looking at 2059. I don't expect we're going to see that occur here today, but Anything can happen, but then you're looking for a price support level about 2059 to the 2052-ish type range out there. 2052 also on a 300-minute chart happens to be your horizontal trading range boundary line as well. So that's really, I wouldn't expect things to really get out of hand inside of the futures market. Now, Friday could be a different story. So if we come back, we take a look at the daily chart for the ES Mini. Today, if things start to move higher, which means getting above the 2070 level, at 2070, that's our 1.272 expansion of our September 19th high to the lows back in October. You start to get above that, which I don't anticipate today. You start to get above that, though, and, 2140 would be the next target. That's your that's your 1.6 minute expansion of those swing points out here. No reversal signals, none as of yet as we speak, but I expect that those are going, they're in our very near future out here. If we take a look at the Dow futures, see where they're trading at. Let me pull this back. Now, the Dow is above its 1.272 level, which was 17,689. Look for that area to at least hold as a support today, maybe even 17,640 on any kind of herky-jerky pullback. But then that probably just, again, sets up the sideways trading range. If, on the other hand, the Dow decides to motor on higher, the next level where it would motor on to would be 18,210 out here. If we take a look at the NASDAQ right now trading out at 42.93. 42.93 is above its 1.272 expansion of its set of swing points. There's a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. There's a 1.68 expansion of a set of swing points. That gives us a price target of 43.87. So long as the NQ trades above 42.37. And all it needs to do, with the last few days being such narrow-bodied candles, all the NQ actually needs to do is trade below 42, close below 42.82 today. If it does that, then you get a bearish engulfing candle, which we have not seen the entire way up. So key level to be watching inside of the NQ today, coming into the close, is going to be 42.82. It's not that much further down below where we're trading right now at 42.93.50 as we speak. A quick peek in at the Russell 2000 just to round this out here. The Russell 2000 continuing to find resistance at the swing point high from September 3rd. Can't get above that level, which is 1187.90. If, in fact, it were to do so, well, then you could see it move up to the 1211 area. Otherwise, this probably also trades sideways. We'll get back from this break, we'll go take a look at Goldilocks. We'll take a look at silver. Let's take a look at light sweet crude natural gas up about a penny as we speak right now. Stay warm and no drinking and driving out there. Use that Uber if you've got to. I've never used it. But, find a designated driver, just sleep it off, and no drinking and driving out there. Lots of food, but go easy on the food. Usually there's leftovers. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, the Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of TigerTV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go check out the currency market here. A couple days ago, we played one of my favorite old albums by Matt Bianco. That album is like 30-plus years old out there. It's amazing how time flies out there. And one of the songs on that album is Sneaking Out the Back Door out there. Not necessarily the best song on the album, but if we take a look at the Euro here, I think the Euro trying to sneak out the back door. Exit stage right, courtesy of Mario, Super Mario. I'm going to save the world, but not really. Draghi out here. So now we don't have, we're taking a look at the Euro futures, the daily contract out here, and the real key, come on, do this for me. The real key is getting it close above this wide-ranging bar here from November 21st. To the downside. So as long as if it can get above this, if it can close above this 1.2570, and this is where things can get a little bit sneaky. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it is something to be paying attention to because, hey, look, people are going to be shutting down, not going to be really focused on the market for the most part, but it's a different story around the world out there. They're not celebrating Thanksgiving, and the currency market will really tell us the picture. If the euro starts to motor on higher, gets above that 1.2570, what I can guarantee you is that Goldilocks will be poised to take off to the upside out there. The same thing with silver. So my expectation, just simply, it just makes sense. When I take a look at the commitment of traders data, which I've been doing for many years out here, and I take a look at what's going on inside the currency market. The currency market says that commercial traders, the smart money, remember, the CFTC breaks their data into three groups out there. And the commercial traders, the big money, there's the other group they sometimes refer to as the speculators. That's the group that's so small they refer to them as the non-reportables out there. They're usually the guys they're usually the individual traders like me, you out there. They don't think too much of us, and they just simply call us the non-reportables. And typically the small money ends up staying at the party too long out there. So it's really great to look at what is the big money doing. Now, the big money, they've got these big boats, big yachts out there, and so they take a while to make the turn. They can't turn on the dime like a ski Nautique out there that many of the non-reportables might actually have. However, they get the trade right the majority of the time. They've got the money to stay the course out here. The staying of the course is that they are saying that the euro is going to move to the upside. Out here. And that would say that the U.S. dollar index should start to pull back. That alone will go ahead and put some energy into the metals complex. So we're not just there just yet. But look, the euro was unable to take out its lows out here from November 7th. That alone is a powerful message, in my opinion, with regard to the Mario Draghi comments that he's got a bazooka. I think the only real bazooka he's got is that bazooka bubblegum. Yesterday we were doing a lot of reminiscing. We were talking about Faygo Red Pop. If you were from Detroit, pop is what we call it. Soda is what many of you call it instead. But I think the only real bazooka is that bazooka. That was my favorite bubblegum, I think, as a kid out there, other than Beeman's. How many of you remember Beeman's? Tasted like, a little bit like licorice out there. That, too, was some good gum. You can find that at Cracker Barrel. I'm pretty sure you can. We were talking about Cracker Barrel yesterday as that was moving to the upside. All right. So with regard to the euro, I think that's really what's going on there. If we take a look at, your friend and mine, the euro-Japanese yen, let's go see what's going on here. Pulling back just a bit this morning. What you'll want to watch, no real big deal out here. What you want to watch is that 145.68 level. If we were to see a crack of that area inside the euro-Japanese yen, then you want to watch this green trend line. Can't tell you exactly what that price point is. It's going to be dependent upon the day. Today's price point would be about 143.70. If you were to see a move below that could be trouble. That could be trouble out here in the market. What do I expect? I expect to see the market continue to move slightly higher into Friday's close. Yeah, that is what Steve-O expects. We'll see if that happens. Are there some troubles in River City? Yeah, look, there's some troubles under the covers out here. Here's one of them. Here happens to be the Euro-Japanese yen. That's the upper portion of my chart out here, so we can see it's starting to form a declining top. So if you take a look at the center portion, that's the ES Mini. That's the S&P futures. If you look at the bottom, that's the NASDAQ futures. Each making higher highs, not having that same pattern out here. It is the currency pair that we want to keep an eye on here, because if that continues to move lower, that'll put pressure inside the U.S. stock markets. Today, it's really important to pay attention, in my opinion, to the Dow and its summation index. That has been making lower lows. It's close to, no cigar, but it's close to that zero line out there. You get below zero, the Dow actually flips to control to the sellers. We're not there just yet. I suspect we get there come Monday morning. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or TigerTV streams. We say you can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar's ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
We're off to the races. Well, sort of. The Dow is flat. She's down a buck, trade out at 17,813. The S&P is flat. She's up a buck, trade at 2,068. The composite not even out of the gate, up 39 cents, trade at 47.58. Russell 2000 off 42 pennies, trade at 11.85 out there. The DAX up 28. The FTSE down 3. Gold up 60 cents. Silver flat. Platinum up 17. Light sweet crude off 49 cents out there. Leading the charge to the upside. Becton Dickinson and Company up 2.5%, up $3 and change. Costco wholesale up 1%, up $1.51. GoPro up $1.51 as well. Habit Restaurants, I think that's it. Habit Restaurants, that's up 6%, up $1.75. We've got things just changed there. Viva Las Vegas, or actually the Viva Systems, up 6%, up $1.67. Infoblox up $1.56. A lot of $1.50s out here. To the downside, not $1.50, but downside 11%. That is ctrip.com off $6 out there. Seadrill Limited. I remember taking a look at Seadrill Limited. We looked at the potential of a island bottom, and of course that didn't happen. We went ahead and covered that the next day. That is trading to the downside here, off 14% this morning. Pioneer Natural Resources, PXD, off 2.75%, off 460. John Deere DE is down about 3%, up 276. Amazon down $2. Diamond Offshore off $1.83. Anadarko Petroleum down $1.80. Schlumberger, boy, that XLE is getting the kibosh this morning. In fact, she's down 83 pennies, trading out at 85.55 as we speak. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, what are we going to do on a slow market like this? Well, let's just at least cover the basics. So we covered the euro. We covered the euro-Japanese yen out there. Let's go switch over, take a look at Goldilocks out here. Flat right now, trading out at 11.97. Again, still the key here is, in my opinion, the key is going to be breaking above 12.07. You break above 12.07, that's going to bring the 12.28 into play, and it's really going to be that red trend line. Just simply go to your charts, draw a trend line from the high out here of July the 10th, use as your next touch point, August the 8th out there. That's the trend line you want to be watching. Boy, you start to see that trend line being tampered with, being the close above it. Sphincter muscles on the shorts will get tight, and then you will see the short squeeze inside of the gold contract, and that'll take off to the moon, as well as all of the mining equities. In the case of silver out here, silver not doing a whole lot. It's trading out at 16.55. Silver's got a couple of trend lines that it's dealing with. An ultra kind of short-term one that was back here from August 28th. I'm taking a look at the larger one back on the July 10th level, then using it as my next touch point, that August 28th there. That's that little red line going across the screen. And silver, all silver really needs to do to break that is 0.61 is the 1675-ish area. That's its 0.618 retracement of its last set of swing points from the from the top of October 15th at 1782 down to the low at 1504. So silver could actually show us that you talk about sneaking out the back door. Wouldn't it be interesting to see silver actually break that trend line first? If you see the break of that trend line there, that would be your message to maybe start jumping, if you're not already, to start jumping all over some of these equities, or maybe even the larger ETF structure out there. So that's what's going on inside of the metals. Inside of light sweet crude, trading out at 73.63. You got the big OPEC meeting here taking place tomorrow. No real bullish configuration that I can see out here. No real indication to me as to what light sweet crude really wants to do. To me, I think the better trade inside of Texas T is to just simply sit on the sidelines out there. That takes care of, let's take a look at natural gas out here. What's natural gas? The January contract doing? Looks to me like natural gas here trying to make an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. That ought to take it into the 497-ish, 502 type area, and then I suspect what we'll see is a break above that level out there. But we'll take this one thing at a time. What natural gas has done is moved higher with conviction, has a confirmed A to B equals C to the upside, just simply pulled back into a breakout area. Now we'll see if it can get back above that 463 level. That is the January contract for natural gas. If we take a look at some things here that are moving in the marketplace, let's go take a look at Becton. BDX is the ticker symbol. Let's see, what are they doing here? Looks like they're throwing a party. Said to present at the 26th annual Piper Jaffray Health thing out there. So let's go see what Betcon Dickinson is doing. Moving higher, that's for sure. Head and nut, boy, talk about a couple of nice signs of strength out here. You want to take a look at this chart here. You want to see wide price spread, accelerated volume. Look at the trading session on October the 6th, 13 million shares to the upside, and now today. And then yesterday you had a nice move. Volume there only about 2 million shares, but you're gapping up this morning. You're up at 52-week highs, maybe even all-time highs. Let me put this on a monthly chart for you. So let's go take a look at the monthly chart for Becton Dickinson. Yeah, this thing is at all-time highs. Everybody enjoying the party here. Let's take a look at its A to B equals CD pattern out here. Of course, there we go. We got, just click on it right here. Your A point is going to be down here on the swing of July of 2002. That's how far back. We got a monthly chart out here. The B point is going to be the high on January 1st, 2008. Not much of a retracement into November of 2008. You're 1 to 2.272. A to B equals CD. There she blows. That's where she's headed to, 145, 32 out there. Maybe even the 169 area. Becton Dixon. Got a request. by Johnson & Johnson to go take a look at, that is, of course, J&J in the ticker symbol. But J&J wants to look at Facebook. Let's go take a look at Facebook out here. FB is the ticker symbol. We'll leave this on a monthly chart out here. Monthly chart shows a key reversal session from last month out here. That's when it's had key reversal sessions before. It had one back here the month of March 2014. Well, you had another one here on the month of October. But let's just see that key reversal session, by the way, 1.2 billion shares, and that was taken out with 1 billion, taken out with 590. So you're up over that. You're up over that level with light volume. However, it is that level that's actually acting as support. So if the first question was, "Hey, Steve-O, where's good support?" I would say old resistance becomes new support. And in the case of Facebook, that would be the high from the candle from March out there. That price point is at 72.59. That is the monthly chart for Facebook. Let's go take a look at the daily chart, see what it is doing out here. So in the case of Facebook, it's got a supply line out here from a gap down on October 29th. That price point out there that's acting right now as resistance. We can see this here. Let me put the line across there to make it a little bit easier to see. So the level we want to be watching is 76.88. Gap down with some pretty good volume. We saw price try to get up in that area back here on November the 5th, but no go out there. Facebook needs to get above 76.88. You get above 76.88, then the next level where it needs to get to is the swing point high from October 28th. That's why we had that key reversal out there, but that price point is 79.57. That would become resistance level number 2. Getting above 79.57, that would be muy bueno for Facebook out there. So look for support at that 72.59-ish area. What's interesting here is that was the monthly swing point. And if we take a look at, of course, it's not even of course. If we take a look at the November, that was the monthly swing point high. If we take a look at the actual low, November 20th, that's where it found support at that 72.59 level. FB is the ticker symbol. That was the daily chart. I hope that helps you out. J&J. Let's take a look at a couple of these gold equities out here. Let's take a look at Gold Corp, GG. In Tommy's show last night, there were about half a dozen equities that he was taking a look at that in the after hours, and there was some pretty good volume coming into the close. I don't recall if Gold Corp was one of them, but we can go find out, that's for sure. Let's put this on a 1-minute chart out here just for the moment and see if Gold Corp happened to be one of them. I don't recall if it, I don't want to do that. Yeah, here we go. So here is that's the 4 p.m. close. So coming to that 4 p.m. close, it was right after 4, where you had some right at the 4 p.m. close. You had pretty decent volume, 9,000 shares for, couldn't have been. 512,000 shares is what we were looking at out there. And then let's put this back here, and it got above that 2142, just ever so slightly. Look, 2142, that's going to be the key that you want to be watching inside of Gold Corp. You get above 2142, and that GDX, the XAU, off to the races out there. That's your resistance. You want to see resistance broken if you are a gold bull out there, if you're a minor bull. That is a significant area of resistance. We are seeing higher lows out there, so that bodes well and says that level very likely gets taken out. Watch that one come Friday as well. Again, some things that could be sneaking out the back door while people are doing their Black Friday. And the market is open until 1 p.m. on Friday out there. So, just plan a later golf game out there. Just watch the markets. Now, at TFNN, our doors will be closed, so we're going to spend time with friends and family and just kind of recuperate, which is what you need to do when you're inside this business. But maybe we'll just keep just one eye, on a couple of these different pivot points to see what happens out there. Barrick Gold is basically flat today. Let's go see what Barrick Gold is doing out here. Barrick Gold, let me get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern. We don't need that anymore. And let's just take a look at, Barrick Gold has broken its trend line out here. Looks to me like it has. That trend line from back here on August the 13th, has it? Has it broken? Oh, it's trading, right? No, it hasn't, really. Right there. There's your trend line. So there's your trend line inside of Barrick Gold. Today, as an example, price point would be about 1348. Friday about probably 1343 or so. The swing point that it needs to get above is November 18th. There's 26 million shares there, 1332. So let's call 1332 is the number. Barrick Gold gets above that, and that would bode well for the mining ETF as well because of its weighting structure within inside of that. Let's go take a look at a couple of these stocks here. Moving and grooving. Let's take a look at Hain Celestial out here. HAIN is the ticker symbol, up 4%. They're out with, what did they announce? A 2-for-1 stock split? I don't know that that's the reason why it's trading higher out here, but I guess $113 is where it is trading at. Let's just take a look and see what it's actually doing. So Hain Celestial had a nice sign of strength out here back on the trading session of August 20th. That went from a low of 90.80. You're trading at 112 right now. As far as gaps, I see 1, 2, 3 gaps, but not a 3-gap play. Today's gap does not look to me to be larger than the gap that took place on September 9th, 2014. Let me put this on a little bit longer-term basis out here. Let's go look at the weekly for Hain Celestial out here. Take a look at it. So it's got a pretty large A to B equals CD to the upside. Let's see. That was on the weekend of January. Wasn't the weekend. It was the week beginning January 20. 3 million shares out there, and it was up and over with 3.3 million shares. Yeah. So that is, now, of course, this is going to, I don't know when the stock split takes in effect, but this had a to B equals CD pattern out here that said that it wanted to try to target a price point. Come on. Grab it. There we go. Wanted to target a price point of about 127.34. I could easily make the case 140.21. Hain Celestial. You've got Green Mountain Coffee Roasters up 2% this morning, up $3. That's trading out at 142 and a change out here. This is the weekly chart. Let's go put the daily chart back up on our screen out here. Daily chart shows Johnny. This thing had a gap down with some decent volume behind its move. So Green Mountain Coffee Roasters has volume off of the highs. What that really sets up is at least a test of 135.62, or you would think 135.62. This could be setting up the C point of an A to B equals CD to the downside. So you're at levels of support inside of Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. It's 135.62, it's 125.40, and ultimately 118.84. And that was where the breakout, its most recent breakout, began, which takes you back into August of 2014. To the downside out here, let's go back and check in on C-Trip, see what it is doing. Off $5, off about 9 cents out here, 9%, I should say. So it is trading. That's rejected so far, that swing from October 14th to 3.6 million shares. It's done 3.9 million today. That level should be tested. Again, if you see it close below 49.61, that'll set up your A to B equals CD to the downside. Pioneer Natural Resources. Remember when Pioneer was the turntable and the audio equipment out there? Of course, that goes back a whole long time ago. I don't even know that Pioneer exists any longer. Maybe somebody bought them out. Receivers and amps and the whole bit. Remember having to go buy those? No, you guys don't remember that. You're just doing all those CDs out there. But one of my favorite turntables was the B&O turntable. That was the one that you could actually hang upside down. You could hang it sideways on a wall out there. Of course, Bong & Olufsen makes probably some of the absolute best equipment out there. And every now and then, whenever I see a store, if you go into the high-end shopping malls, you'll see them out there. I haven't looked at their equipment as late, but when I was a kid, that was the equipment to get. That was a bit too much for my bridges. I was a Bose guy out there. Nothing like those Bose 901 speakers. Of course, that was back in the day when Steely Dan had that album Asia. Was that the name of the album, Asia? Oh, what a great album for the Bose 901 speakers. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. This has been this reminiscing week. We'll be right back.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Masters Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy. A set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days, unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch Steve Rhodes as he teaches techniques on technical analysis using pattern recognition, celestial charting, Fibonacci, and other tools. The Trader's Edge, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow as you're sitting around that dinner table and your loved ones are saying, hey, what can I get you? what can I get you for the holidays this year? What would you like? Don't forget to send them right over to the homepage of TFNN.com. Tell them that little carousel thing we've got on the left-hand side, kind of mid-center out there. Tell them to click on that 7-week trading program, which kicked off last Saturday. It is not too late at all to join us in our journey. That was just simply the first workshop. The majority of folks actually going to watch it through the archive or have watched it through the archive. It is a 7-week coaching, mentoring, hand-holding. It's a true live series out there. And so get on over to the homepage. Make sure you send them over there, because that is the make an investment in yourself. Because when you make an investment in yourself, guess what, folks? You're making an investment in them as well. So not too late to do that, and would be a privilege to have you join us for that. Now, when we began the hour, we were taking a look at the S&P futures out here. We said that 2065 was going to be your strong support area. And that's just a 5-minute chart. We've seen price hit that level for hours upon hours upon hours. I still suspect that that's going to hold. Upside potential, 2072. I don't see it cracking that area. The 120-minute time frame chart out here, your market profile low happens to be 2064. So, again, another area of decent support. And on the 300-minute chart, your point of control, where buyers and sellers are also most comfortable right in that 2065 level. So I suspect that's what we see today. I have a request to go take a look at INVN out here. So let's go take a look at that. I believe that is Invensis, something like that, INVN. So let's go see what this is doing here right now. This had gapped down not too long ago with some pretty decent volume behind the move. That was on October the 29th, 16 million shares to the downside out there. So some pretty decent volume. We got to pull this a little bit further back to the left-hand side of the chart. See what we can find. Yeah, okay, so here's the actual breakout. So if you're wondering where Invensense is traveling to, well, it would make sense to look at the breakout area. We'll give you those price points out here in the 2677. I'm sorry, what the heck is that? The 1084 to 941 level. I gotta get my eyes fixed out here. So that's a level where it looks like a breakout began inside this May 3rd, 2013, with it having moved lower with some accelerating volume out here. I would say that I don't know if somebody's long, looking to get long, short. Hopefully you're not short an equity that's trading at 1454. But if you're looking to get in on this thing at this stage of the game, it looks to me like that would be your better spot. Let's put this on a weekly time frame out here. Let's see what the weekly chart gives us as far as any type of indication as to what this may want to do out there. And we'll pull this back now just a bit more. And the answer is, even the weekly really confirms that out here. The weekly, once this got down below the October 28, 2013 level, which had 25 million shares, and we got down below that with a volume of 39 million shares. So that's really acting as a resistance point out here. That says that it wants to move back into that swing point low, or swing point at least, either the high or low. So the 1084, 941, or on the weekly chart, the numbers would be 910 and 1185. It looks to me like that is where it is going. So Mike is long this equity. I'd come back and take a look at the daily chart here for you, see if we can find any kind of bullish candles out here. I'll have to do that for you, Mike, during the second hour of the Trader's Edge. Folks, if you are off to start your Thanksgiving holiday, have a safe one. As always, thanks so much for joining us. Remember, tell everybody that you see what it is that you appreciate in them. Give them the gift of your appreciation. Take care, folks.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
You're watching Tiger TV.